Let's go, let's go, let's go. No countdown. I don't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. It's 6:42 in the dang morning, and I just woke up. Let's go, baby! Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all. Let's get it going. Now, I posted along. Why did I post along? Let's break it down. Lifer hit it again. Appreciate each and every one of you. If you're my trading group, last night, I saw the Bitcoin of the 15-minute about to take off to the upside. I saw this movement. Very aggressive, stochastic. This thing was about to blast. We're going to break it down for you right now. We're going to break it down. So look, I posted this at 1:25 a.m. I'm up all the time. I'm only on 5 hours of sleep, you could tell. Shout out to each and every one of you. Let's go. And you can see Bitcoin ripped to the upside all the way, baby. All the way. Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. May God bless you all. It's a blessing to be alive on this wonderful morning. Is it not? Is it not? Yes. 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 Gains on gains on gains, baby. Boom. And add that accurate Bitcoin call, Sean. Grab the first thing I put out and the second thing I put out in my Lifer charts and just put that up, baby. We nailed it. We nailed it again. Back on track, baby. Back on track. Shout out to you all for being here. May God bless you all. Thank you so much for the live, baby. This is what I do every single day. I live for this life. I live for this. I wouldn't change it for the world. Let's take a look at our baby Bitcoin and see what's happening. Are we back on, or is this just a trap? We're going to tell you right now. We're going to break it down for you. But Bitcoin pumping hard right now as we speak. More banks collapsing. First Republic Bank is just deteriorating. And I told you, all we need is one more issue. And the banking system is sicker than a person, like full of tumors. I'm telling you right now, it is a sick industry. There is nothing left. And this thing is ripping back to the upside in a bit of an inverted Bart Simpson. One thing you can also look at, it had a bit of a Adam and Eve vibe here, right? Had a bit of an Adam and Eve vibe. Not perfect, but it had a bit of an Adam and Eve vibe. I was short, I want to be clear, but once you get above a previous resistance, you got to flip long. You can't hold short forever, right? And the idea was this. I also teach on the 1 hour time frame that once you get above the 200 SMA, you are gone, baby, gone. And I said that last night to my trading group. I made a beautiful update, okay? Also say, this is also a falling wedge. Also what I saw, which I didn't notice, I'll be honest, until after the fact, but a bit of a diamond, a reversal diamond to the upside, and that's exactly kind of what we got here. You can open it up. You came in from the bottom, you came out of the top, a reversal diamond, possible Adam and Eve. And then last night I'm looking at the 15-minute, and you go back in time, and I am all about my stochastics. And when my stochastics are aggressive, very aggressive, I'm like, something's brewing here, something's going down. So I had to do an emergency morning stream for you and get it from as early as I could to show you what's happening. Appreciate you all for being here. May God bless you all for being here. Posted a Discord in case everybody realizes we are live early bird style. Okay. Shout out to the 121 people here on the live. 61 likes. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I lost $200 on my short. Yeah, I don't gamble a lot. And I made over $7,000 last night. So don't worry about it. People think it's so funny. Like, he was shorting with $500. How much could he have lost? You know what I mean? Let's break it down. Like, I don't like to lose money, man. I don't like to lose money. All right? 24-hour movement here. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. May God bless you all for jumping on into the live. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I told you, baby. I told you. I ain't playing on that. I ain't playing on that. Look. Last night alone, my two portfolios, 16,000, 11,000. I made, what, $27,000 last night? It was a pretty sweet good. It was a pretty good time. It was a pretty good time. You know what I mean? So, life is good, baby. Life is good. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in and sharing your most precious asset with me. And that is your time. Yeah. If I told you how much money I make, you wouldn't be happy about it. No, some people would, but most people would be probably pissed. You know what I mean? Shout out to you all for jumping on in. That's why I don't always show my funds, because I'm not trying to show you that every single day. Look, like, hey, you're just starting out in crypto. I've been doing this for a long time, baby. I've been doing this for a long time. 15 years of my life I dedicated to trading, and more really, as I was speculating beforehand. So Bitcoin just hit 29,000 about, got slightly rejected. You know, we have a little bit of area here to watch. Is the bull run back on? Was the bull run ever on? What's happening? Can we get back above the 200 SMA on the 4-hour time frame? That's what we need to know. And hold on, what's going on there? There it is. Yes, we did. The 4 hours back above the 200 SMA. The bull run's back on. Why do I say that? Well, every single time you get back above the 200 SMA on the 4 hour, if you open up a long there, you'd be surprised at the movement. So let's go back in time and see this. And I show this all the time. People don't listen to me, but it's fine. You'll figure it out over time. All right. So look, this was kind of what happened here. Similar idea, right? This is a very similar pattern. It's almost identical to what happened last night, because it had the descending triangle vibe, but at the same time, it was a bit of a diamond, right? And it reversed in back up to the upside here. So here's the deal. You got here, you got rejected, you came up, but once you get fully above this 200, that's the yellow line here. So look, you go below the 200 SMA, pain. If every time you go below, you open up a short with the stop loss on the other side, look at that. Beautiful movement. And then you could have taken some profits there, see where it went, trailed the stop if you had to. Okay? Comes back up right there. That's when you start to open up a long. When you get above the 200 SMA. And look, you are gone, baby, gone. Same thing here. You open up a short the second you get below the 200 SMA. And you put a stop loss right here. And then you trail it. It's a very simple strategy. I keep talking about it. But it's hard to accomplish because people forget about it when it happens. But like, so you open up a short here, stop loss here. You get paid, right? And then you trail that. You might have only trailed it here. It came back up. That's tough because you might have longed it. But the point is, if you always keep the stop loss on the other side of the 200 SMA and you just play it, you'd be surprised how many times you don't get stopped down. So here it came down again. But once you got up here and you made a flag, so if you're flagging outside of that 200 SMA, there's a high likelihood you are going to go that measured move to the upside. Study the past to see into the future. I'm going to teach you this every single day, okay? You came up here, you made a bearish divvy, right? You got below, you opened up the short. That would have been a beautiful short to trail to the downside, all right? You got above, a little long night there, nice long. You don't know how much you're going to get, so you just keep trailing the stop. It is what it is. You might make it more, you might make less, but depending on whatever happens, you make bacon on the beach, baby, right? So once we struggle below the 400, the 4 hour, that's not good. And I can show you any asset in the world. I can show you Tesla. I can show you the Dow Jones. All the bear markets that we've ever had. The bear market Bitcoin went through here. You got below the 200 SMA on the 4 hour, and that was how things started to get sticky and icky to the downside. Same thing here. So whenever I see us go below the 4 hour, I just have to believe that we could go lower, right? If we can reverse back, we can reverse back. But this is what we're talking about here, okay? Let's see. Now we also, well, this thing is just mooning. And if you had taken this call in the trading group, you'd be up huge right now. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. And you know what? A lot of these YouTubers, I love everybody, but start showing your losses, YouTubers. It's time to show your losses. All of us lose. Every trader is wrong. Even me, I'm one of the most accurate guys in the game. 90%, a lot of people say, on Bitcoin. And yesterday was my 10%. Dude, out of the 300 days, there might be a couple days that I'm off. I'm not a human. I'm not a bot. And I had to admit that to myself, too. It's tough. When Bitcoin starts to rip, I use the 7-minute, and that 7-minute flag is just pumping to the upside. Man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. You know what I mean? All right. Report card, please. Shout out to everybody here. If we close above the 2,900, please. If anyone needs to question me, just keep coming to the live stream. I don't need to report anything. Everybody knows who I am. I started cake at 60 cents. I turned $1,800 into over 100 grand. I got it to Phantom with $5,000, turned it into 100 grand. I got it to Cardano with 2 cents. You need to know who I am? Go through my videos and watch my track record. I don't need a report card for nobody. You need a report card. Get a break. Get a position. Start paying attention. Dang near it. I'll school you. Show you exactly how to game this market. The more you stop typing, the more you start listening, the better off you're going to be. Bang, bang, bang. Put respect on my name. Put respect on my name. Who you talking to, boy? Who you talking to, boy? You don't even know who you talking to. You wouldn't talk to that me in person if you see me in Austin, Texas. You look me dead in the face, and you're going to see eyes of a fiery lion, boy. So don't you get your little keyboard warriors out of here. All right? Get your keyboard warrior out of here, my man. All right. Now that we cleared that up real quick and you found out who I am and you realize I'm not your average YouTuber, let's get it in. It's the morning. I don't have patience for this. I ain't got patience for you. Let's get it in. All right. So look, there's a flag here on the 7. Let's take a look here at BOOKMAP. Put some respect on my name. That's only like 3 of the things that I've done. Anyway, massive short squeeze for Bitcoin. And you know what? Every time there's a major dump, they squeeze us up again. It's so likely. I was saying that last night to my trading group. They're likely to squeeze us to the upside, right? BOOKMAP suggesting a little more to the upside. It could be the end of some liquidity here. But you know what? They're not showing their cards anymore. They've been spoofing. I see no liquidity either way. Looks like they even got caught off guard. The whales got caught off guard. A bigger whale came in here and did something interesting and did something very, very interesting. All right? So, wow. I still can't believe that. 27K overnight. Like, Bitcoin, man. Only you could do that, baby. Only you could do that. Right? And that's what happens when you hold Bitcoin, baby. All right? Wow. I love Bitcoin. Thank you, Bitcoin. God bless you. FOMO, all the 10K bears flopping. I really hit a nerve on that report card. I love you, bro. You did, though. You didn't hit a nerve. Oh, here he goes again. All right. I love you, bro. Shorting from all the 10K bears flopping. Hey, just woke me up. I love you, economy. This is the day. We don't play. We do this for fun. We don't do this for fun. Shout out to Jacob Shelton in the house. Thanks for liquidity, Ochan. You're 40, man. Sam is the OG of OGs. All right. Now you are getting a bearish div slightly here on the 7-minute, but back to 29K, baby. Back to 29K from 27,000 to the upside. All that's in your report card is 777s. This Saturday night, thank you, Jamie. Learn the language of the charts and email crypto lifers and pay with cryptocurrency. God bless. Jump on into the bombest trading group in the game. I mean, people didn't sleep last night in that trading group. I'm sure they didn't. It was hard to sleep last night with knowing what was happening in the market. I fly to Austin, Texas in a few hours. We're ready to do damage. So shout out to everybody here. Bitcoin don't like 24. This guy, man. Funny people. Look at this guy. It's not like I don't know what compound interest, but I think it start to feel a lot. Doge up 64%. Doge up 94%. AI Doge up 49. AI Doge up 133. AI Doge up 86, just continuing to pick it apart. Man, the global economy stands at 1.2 trillion, up by 3.8 over the last day, according to Coin Market Cap. Global cryptocurrency market cap booming. Bitcoin's been trading 27 to 28 over the past 24 hours. I don't know what that's all about. The news, baby, the news. Shout out to Sean. Thank you for doing what you do, baby. Appreciate you. And someone's posting a bearish scenario at 6:30 in the morning. Possible, but that's not a head and shoulder pattern. I'm sorry. That's just too, you're stretching it. You can stretch things too far in times. It's good to kind of be part of both, but sometimes you gotta hold it in. Like you can't look. People like, I see a head and shoulder pattern. You know what I mean? That's a stretch. Once you break above previous resistance and support, you gotta realize that is trumping all the other things that you're thinking about. It's all about support and resistance, baby. It's all about support and resistance for Bitcoin. All right? It is what it is. It is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody here. Appreciate you for jumping on into this early live stream. 234 people on the live. Let's go, though. Let's go. That's it. That's it. I'm not used to that, right? I'm not used to that. But people will come and watch it later. They're going to come to 10 and be like, no, Sam's not here. Don't you dare watch another slot. Don't you dare. You sit and wait for me to come back. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all for being here. May God bless you all for being here. And what happened to Pepe last night? Did Pepe get some movement? Did AI Doge go back up to the upside? A little bit, not much. Pepe's still flat where it was at 22,260, right? MX, dude, the MEXC token boomed to the upside. Nice movement from a 219 back to 230. Classic boom to the upside. And we're winding down with the campaign here too as well on MEXC. So that will be done in not too long from now. Give a man a like, people. Give a man a like. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for saying that. Thank you so much for saying that. And I'm just posting a link here so you could jump on into MEXC, jump on into KuCoin. These are where we operate. This is how we do it, though. Every single night, every single day, though. I'm just bugging. But check it out. I just woke up, so I'm going to be a little off. I'm going to be a little differente. All right? It's what happens when you wake up at the crack of dawn after no sleep. Hey, what do you think price range? Where will we see a turn bearish again? Never, man. Never for the rest of your life. It's over. Now, let's take a look. I'm going to delete all my old work. We're going to look at Bitcoin fresh together. I'm getting rid of the moving averages. We're going to do what we do. We're going to look at the 3-day chart. The 3-day chart reset pretty nicely and gained a lot of movement back to the upside. One thing I kept showing you and talking about was the fact that we could be making a sideways, beautiful ascending triangle here, and this could create nice price action, okay? We do see, we do see resistance here, but we're back above that on the 3-day chart, which is great. And that closes in 1 day and 14 hours, okay? Something to think about. So that was the first thing that we kind of brought up on my channel that I didn't really see. I kept saying, hey, we could hold the zone. And the 12-hour looked like it wanted to break out. It really did. So I was looking at the 12-hour. There was possible movement. The 22-hour looked good to me. The daily looked good to me. The daily's just getting started, baby. And when you have 2 green candles like that on the daily, so when people are freaking out, you got to stay on the bigger time frames. About to get a MACD cross there too. That could be a huge, huge explosion. And why? I mean, well, FRC, right? First Republic Bank. Look at this thing. It got sold off like you read about, and it's continuing to dump. They're going to have to come out again today and bail out another bank. Okay? And when they do that, and then they're going to have to bail out another bank. And then they have to bail out another bank. And they have to bail out another bank. And then they have to raise the debt ceiling. And then all the politicians are going to keep saying that we need more. And they're going to say the Inflation Reduction Act. Spend. This is on purpose. Okay? Let me explain what happens. All right? I'm going to explain this real quick and easy. And you know what? Most people don't even know this. And I'm a disruptor in the industry and in the world. People are going to ring. My name will ring bells when this all comes out. Right? I think you're 77% accurate. That's my report card. God bless you, brother. Thank you for being here. So check it out. Got some lemon water left from yesterday. Not the best, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do over here? You got to take whatever you got over here. If you got a little something, then you got a little something. Ain't nothing else you could do, huh? All right. Woof. All right, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. A country begins in forms. They have their own form of money. They're buying and selling. Maybe it's gold, maybe it's silver. We had silver here. We had colonial script. People don't even know what colonial script is. If you don't know what colonial script is, you probably think Bitcoin's going to 10K. All right? But if you know what colonial script is, a form of fiat currency used by American colonists prior to the 1760s as a last resort due to a lack of gold or silver mines in the colonies and a decline in raw precious metals in spec in America. An example of colonial script can be seen from New Hampshire in 1740. It was issued in a proper proportion to demand of trade and industry to make products pass easily from producer to consumer. Okay? Colonial script, early American money. All right? And it actually worked pretty well. And what happened is the big bankers in Europe, they were pissed. They saw, here's a person. They saw transactions going back and forth with this colonial script. And they saw that we had some gold and silver also introduced into the economy. And so who did they send over in a ship? Or who did, they got into Alexander Hamilton's head, number one, who's on the dollar. And that's actually ridiculous. And he sold us to the First Bank of America, which was a central bank connected to the Bank of England. They were like, okay, you can have your revolution. You can do whatever you want. We're just going to entrap you financially. And once we signed a deal to do this, James Garfield saw it happen and he said, no way. They took him out, okay? They took him right out. They said, oh, he's done. And that's the main reason James Garfield was taken out, because he knew that the central banks would get their grip on America and never let go, okay? Understand this concept and you will be free, all right? And you will be free. So this occurred. This occurred, right? And on top of that, they basically said, okay, we're going to make a bank. This is insane what the bank did too. We're going to make a bank. It's going to be split by 100%, okay? We're going to have the America borrow the money, okay? So America's going to borrow, right, 20%. Then they're going to make America put the 20% down, and then the central bankers owned 80% on a loan off the 20%. This is insane, but this is true. And so they entrapped us immediately when they put us inside the First Bank of America, First Republic, but whatever you want to call it, I believe it was the first American bank, they called it, something like that. And at that point, they were connected to the money printer, right, which became the Federal Reserve, a private form of people. And what they do is they take one country, if this is one country and this is another, I know I'm just drawing quick, and this is the bank at the top, and they print money to this country, they print money to this country. They want you to keep asking for more money, because the further you ask, the more in debt you go down. And now, look, we're in trillions of debt. You think we'll ever get out of this debt? No way. The economy needs to be reset. There will have to be some type of movement to the downside, and Bitcoin is going to rise like you've never seen an asset rise in your life. Hyperinflation is coming if it's not already here behind your back. Go to the supermarket. Look at the average person. The average person is depressed, drinking alcohol, lost on pornography. No, seriously. I don't watch pornography. I haven't watched it. I'm not saying I never did, but I don't remember the last time I've looked at it. It is a trap in your brain. It's not good for you. And they make it free and readily available to all sorts of people. I put God on my life, man, and the second I did, everything started working in my favor. All right? Everything started working in my favor. Yeah, property tax had doubled in Austin, Texas. Yep. Gary said you had nothing on him, Sam. Go to his office and he will show you how to steal from the people if you want to know. Insane, right? Inflation from the Genesis. So we were already trapped, everybody. And you got to watch a movie called Money Masters. It'll change your life if you watch Money Masters. And you could just go right here and type in Money Masters, right? This will change your life, all right? There it is right there. It's 3 hours long. This guy really knew what was going on. This is an amazing documentary. It's going to break down everything that happened here and kind of how we got in and out of this horrible trap that we're in now. So the second you see this, the better off you'll be. And so everyone else, there's financial advisors out there and people think, oh, they know what they're talking about. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Invest in a one-on-one consultation with CL. It's paid off multiple times over for me. Just like discussed, Bitcoin will go up once multiple banks go down. Your lineage will be grateful. Shout out to OMAC, man. God bless you, brother. God bless you, man. Thank you for everything. Thank you for everything, man. Ephesians, baby. Ephesians. I'm with you. 100%. Where's your legacy? So This is what's happening. This central bank this is going to continue to dump. All right? Like, people are going to try to long this right now. Probably a horrible idea. And so the reason why Bitcoin's pumping is this bank is tanking. All right? And we could go into the news too here. If we get some more news about all this stuff, everybody, I want to go a little more into it. Get everyone going early in the morning. Be the first stream to really get them in. First Republic Bank is down and out, man. It's a privilege to see you, Funny. Wow. Look at that. Wow. First Republic Bank nearly 50% to record low after reporting massive deposit drops. People are just taking money out. Shares have fell sharply and hit a low on Tuesday as investors question how the bank would stabilize itself after losing 40% of its deposits during the first quarter. They don't have the money. They do what's called fractional reserve lending. Let me explain, okay? They sit there and they say, hey, you know what? You know what? Some people don't understand what's happening. I'm going to let my man explain it nice and easily, all right? So you can see what's happening, all right? All right? Hold on. What a great, like, it doesn't get better than this. It really doesn't. It really, really doesn't. Give me 1 second here.
Once I started reading that.
Hold on, bear with me. I'm going to show you something that's going to blow your mind. If you could just be a little patient with me, which I know is not easy in this world. It's very difficult for most. Okay, here you go. It's the biggest scam in history. All right, check this out. Check this out. Because some of you don't understand, we'll put this up too. We'll make it a little faster, like we do. Normal speed will be like 1.5. All right.
Share this video with everyone, especially those you care about.
Check this out.
The economist John Maynard Keynes once wrote, "By this means, government may secretly and unobserved confiscate the wealth of the people, and not one man in a million will detect the
I
theft."
see it. I saw exactly what's happening.
That presented correctly, anyone can understand this system, regardless of how complex it is. So let's do a recap and break it down even more. The way the system works is that, step one, the government creates glorified IOUs. These bonds increase our national debt and put the public on the hook to pay it back. Step two, IOUs are swapped to create currency. The Treasury sells the bonds to the banks. The banks then turn around and sell our national debt
to the Federal Reserve at a profit.
Federal Reserve, which they probably own.
They make money right there.
The Federal Reserve then opens its checkbook that doesn't have a penny in it and buys those IOUs with IOUs that it writes, checks, on a checking account that has a zero balance.
Zero.
Then they give those checks to the banks.
They commit fraud
and
immediately.
Currency just springs into existence, and then the whole process repeats. This results in a buildup of bonds at the Federal Reserve and currency at the Treasury, which is really just a supply of numbers. The Treasury then deposits the numbers in the various branches of the government, and we get to step three.
So there's no money here. I just want you to understand that. There's no real dollars behind this. These are all digital dollars. It's been doing this for a long time. They never had the money in the first place.
The government spends the numbers on promises, public works, social programs, and war. Then the government employees, contractors, and soldiers deposit their pay into the banks, and we get to step four, where the banks multiply the numbers by magically inventing more IOUs through fractional reserve lending, where they steal a portion of everyone's deposit and lend it out. That currency gets redeposited, and then a portion is stolen again, and the process repeats.
When a bank starts to collapse, you realize the dollar's going to tank because they have to print more money, and everybody knows that, right? Anyone that's smart, anyone that's been studying this for a long time understands these concepts. This is not foreign to me. I get it. That's why I will be the president of the United States, or whatever we have left. We're going to pick up the pieces. 2032. Sam J. Price for president, Samuel James Price for president, and I'm going to run on the fact that I told people how to stay safe. I became a billionaire, hopefully, by that time, and your people are going to realize really what was going on.
Over and over, magnifying the currency supply exponentially. Then we work for some of those numbers, which brings us to step five, where our numbers are taxed. We pay tax to the IRS, who then turns our numbers over to the Treasury, so the Treasury can pay the principal plus the interest on bonds that were purchased by the Federal Reserve with a check.
But the interest, we pay interest on a check with no money. It's such a scam.
From nothing. Then we get to step six, the debt ceiling delusion. The system is designed to require ever-increasing levels of debt.
If you borrow the first dollar into existence and you owe $1 on it, or you know, how do you pay that off? You borrow another dollar. Insanity.
and will eventually collapse under its own weight because politicians always kick the can down the road. They don't want it to collapse on their watch. And finally, step 7, the secret owners take their cut. The world's largest banks own the Federal Reserve. Those banks make a profit selling our national debt to the Fed. They make a profit when the Fed pays them interest on the reserves held at the Fed, and the Fed pays them a 6% dividend on their ownership of the Fed. This system is fundamentally evil. It funnels wealth from the working population to the government and the banking sector. It is the cause of the artificial booms and busts of modern economies, and it causes great disparity of wealth between the rich and the working class.
Yeah.
And it is only possible because we no longer use real money, we use currency.
Yeah.
But worst of all, it is a form of enslavement. Bond is the root word of bondage. Whenever a government issues a bond, it is a promise to make us pay tax in the future.
Yep.
Nobody asked you
Thank
if
you for
wanted
that
to pay
chat.
tax today for
Blew
the
the balls,
prosperity
hit
we
the
all
jar.
enjoyed in the last century. Nobody is asking our children if they want to work hard in the future
Oh,
to
that
pay
was
for the prosperity
explosive.
we're enjoying now. George Washington once wrote to James Madison, "No generation has the right to contract debts greater than can be paid off during the course of its own."
That's what they did when they did the Inflation Act, when they printed all that money, when they sent all the checks out. They put your kids in debt. They're going to have to pay that debt off. They didn't ask us if that was okay.
existence. By stealing prosperity from tomorrow so we can spend it today, we enslave ourselves and future generations. Now this all sounds pretty bad, but there is great hope, for you are the greatest threat to this false monetary system.
You are.
This system relies on the public being ignorant of its workings. Please share this knowledge with everyone you know, because an informed public that fully understands the system can build a better future for generations to come. And now I leave you with this quote, widely attributed to a former director of the Bank of England. "The modern banking system manufactures money out of nothing. The process is perhaps the most astounding piece of sleight of hand that was ever invented.
Yep.
Banking was conceived in inequity and born in sin. Bankers own the earth. Take it away from them, but leave them the power to create money and control credit, and with the flick of a pen, they will create enough money to buy it back again.
Yep.
But if you want to continue as the slaves of bankers and pay the cost of your own slavery, let them continue to create money and to control credit.
America, we wrote inside of the Constitution because we, that only our government should be able to print money. But the Federal Reserve does that, which actually is against the Constitution.
This is the Federal Reserve in Washington, D.C. It's located on Constitution Street, and that is just as much of a joke as the New York Fed being located on Liberty Street. Both of them are unconstitutional, both of them limit our liberty, and they transfer wealth away from us every second of every day to the Federal Reserve, to the government, and to the banking sector. You are now among the 1 in a million who can detect the theft of your prosperity. So the big question is, what can you do about it? 1. Watch this video until you can describe and teach it to others.
I've been teaching this to everybody I know as long as I can. Most people do not listen to me. I got wealthy, I got rich, basically figuring this out. When I was 25 years old, I was on to inflation. By 2010, I knew that the jig was up and they were going to continue to print money to zero. This is a fact of nature, everybody. You got to understand this. This is The Hidden Secrets of Money by Mike Maloney, okay? The second you start watching these videos and realize it's going to, and what's happened is I learned it, then they brainwash you back into the system. Then I learned it, then I got brainwashed. It took me 5 years to crack my brain because you can't believe that. I was like, how could I be this smart? How could everyone around me not understand? My mom, my father, my brothers, my sisters, my cousins, all my best friends, even people that were richer than me that understood that they didn't understand this concept. And I said to them, I said, if you don't understand this, they could print you back to zero again. I said, you got to buy gold and silver, right? And this is why I wear a silver pennant everywhere I go. Look, I wear silver on platinum everywhere I go because this represents real money. Also, the coolest thing about this, the coolest thing about this chain is that silver kills bacteria. So holding a silver chain can also keep you healthy, right? You can put this in your mouth. It kills bacteria. I don't do it, and look, it's got a Native American on it and the buffalo. I love it because the Native American head represents use everything you can, be with the earth, right? And live together and so that's why this is what I've been doing, man. If you run for president, I'll be across the pond with arms ready, bro. Thank you so much. God bless you, man. Kills werewolves, man. Yeah, exactly. You need silver too, just in case. You never know when you have to take a werewolf down or Count Dracula, right? Silver does not bacteria. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Watch this. You have no idea what you're talking about. You're talking to a man that studies this. Research has shed light how silver ions can be used to kill E. coli bacteria by using an advanced imaging technique called single particle tracking photoactive, right? A powerful against microbes. Silver ions on bacteria, all right? I'll allow whatever necessary. Silver is a well-documented antimicrobial. It's been shown to kill bacteria, fungi, and certain viruses. It is positively charged, AIG+, and possesses the antimicrobial effect. Silver ions target microorganisms through several different modes of action. Take an ice cube, put it on a thing of silver. It'll melt faster than the ice cube by itself. I'm teaching you The better off you listen. You have two hands on your keyboard. You have two ears. That doesn't work so much as well, but listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. No, not only that, just real silver too. Silver itself has ions on it. People don't get it. Anyway, I'm not going to try to, force you to understand knowledge. You'll get there. You'll get there one day. So the falling wedge did break to the upside. Again, if you knew nothing about the indicators and you just played the falling wedge, you would have made money. I also think the simplest way to trade is the best. A lot of times I'll look back on all the funky indicators. Like this 1 hour was pinned. It said that there's no way we're going to continue to the upside. And we did. Let's slap out our moving averages. We're getting far away from the 21, but the 21 is moving up with price action and crossing the 200 SMA. Another thing we showed you on the 2-day, there's the golden cross of the 2-day chart, right? And I kept explaining this. I said, there's a golden cross coming on the 2-day. Go over every golden cross. Everyone says, they're latent. It doesn't always work. Okay, but go over every golden cross back in history of Bitcoin and answer these questions for yourself. Go to Bitcoin USD on the all-time history index. You don't have to listen to anyone. I'm not trying to teach you to do these things by yourself. So so you're in charge. So you don't have to listen to anybody else, okay? This is the key. This is the way. This is what I want you to understand. So if you go back and you go to the 2-day chart and you say, okay, how many times did we pump after we got a golden cross on the 2-day? Right there was a golden cross on the 2-day. We were there. We got a massive pump after that. It was beautiful, right? Right there we got a golden cross on the 2-day, and that started a massive bull run that went on like in true insanity, right? So there's two right there. Both of them did play out. Okay, you came back down, but both of them did play out pretty nicely. All right, let's go back to another one right here. The 2-day crosses, the 50 crosses, the 200 SMA on December 1st of 2015, and we are gone like the wind. Another massive bull run for Bitcoin. So I don't know about you, but everyone who's like, they're late and they don't really matter. I don't know, it's a signal, but it doesn't really. I mean, there's another one right there, and a massive bull run ensued. So I don't know what to tell you, but 4 out of 4 we pumped hard. One out of them was when we went back down, okay, from the 14,000 run up. And so I just got to show you there's a chance that this begins a massive bull run right now based on what we're teaching you, based on what we're seeing. And now, look, you're back above this beautiful, you're kind of on this support line. Like, we made support here. The banks tanking made support right here. And we basically double bottom there too as well. So I'm showing you signs of some type of consolidation. Also, this could be considered a flag. There's your measured move. I'm just showing you where we're likely going to go if this continue. And the fact that we reset such a big time frame, the 2-day, and we're about to rip. I mean, show me the charts and I'll show you the news. Another bank is going to collapse. Something else is brewing here. This may be the week of pain. I can't explain why or how, but this is the week something's going to brew. Something's going down right now. It doesn't bode well for the traditional banking system. And I don't want to create FUD or fear. I want to give you empowerment. I want you to understand that you don't have to be a part of this nasty system. I keep most of my money in BTC, and that's a reason, all right, why things started to go well for me. That's a reason. I figured this out. I figured out the history, and then I didn't. On top of that, this kind of led me to this, the fiat, right, currency graveyard, all right? And that brought me to this website, right? Beware the fiat currency graveyard, all right? Let me see here. Okay. And I remember they moved the sites for some reason the other day. If the federal government continues to spend money at the rate it's spending, and if it continues to print money at the rate it's printing, our economy system is going to collapse, right? Right? The U.S. government is spending so much money, it is forcing to borrow more money than the market is willing to lend it. I'm just telling you. At the present, the U.S. is paying over $1 billion a day in interest to service its debt. I mean, since September of 2014, the U.S. Treasury has accumulated $17.8 trillion worth of debt. That's roughly 103% of the total U.S. GDP in 2014. Everyone worked in America to pay off the debt. You understand this? To pay off the debt. And I never seen side share. This is interesting, right? And this goes on. While the Russia-China deal conducted outside of the dollar system, we see the beginning of the de-dollarization and de-Americanization of the world. Former Assistant Secretary of the Treasury. Russian President Putin has drafted a bill that aims to eliminate the U.S. dollar and the euro from trade between CIS countries. This means that this creation of a single financial market between Russia, Armenia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan, and other countries of the former Soviet Union. The United States hostile towards opposing countries is also a factor. U.S. bullying Russia and vexing China may hasten the dollar's demise. Continued economic pressure from the West may very well necessitate a Sino-Russian monetary arrangement that will eventually dethrone the dollar. And I started listening to this man, Dr. Ron Paul, in his case for gold. I was all over gold. I was a gold trader for years. Understand this. Jim Rickards, another guy. China has $3 trillion, but they're buying gold as fast as they can. China worries that the U.S. is going to devalue the dollar through inflation. So they want to hedge the dollar and goes down. So they own a bunch of debt, right? And everyone says, oh, they won't be able to default because they own too much debt. So what they do, they bought more and more silver. They bought as much silver as humanly possible. There's your man, Mike Maloney, a guide to gold and silver. That's where I buy my gold and silver. That's why I have a silver coin on me right now, because it tells me, Sam, that's real money. They don't know what real money is. We know what real money is. We don't need to be told what real money is, all right? Please get educated. Please understand these concepts. The more you understand this, the better off you're going to be, all right? Why the DEX is the next currency to die. The dollar has been the reserve currency since 1970 when the gold standard was abandoned by Nixon. Bretton Woods, baby, Bretton Woods. Understand these concepts. The Jekyll Island, the monster of Jekyll Island. Since the U.S. dollar is widely accepted across the world, making it the world's lead currency today, 40% of all cross-border transactions use the dollar. Furthermore, central bank reserves indicate that the value of the dollar is strong. However, speculation has been rife over the past few years that this currency may die even as the percentage of the world's currency supply diminishes. This is backed by a report by International Monetary Fund that shows how the dollar has drifted marginally to a 15-year low. It's not good, everybody. It is not good. The dollar has lost 90 cents of its purchasing power for a long, long time, everybody. For a long, long time. Watch the video about the fiat currency graveyard that we put out for you, okay? US dollar line, can it be saved? Look at the numbers. 7 months ago, I'm calling for this stuff. Suited up and ready to go. I told you this was coming. I went over this. Had you been a part of my channel, you'd not just be a good trader, but you'd be an educational, you'd be nailing it. You'd be able to explain history to everybody, right? And understand these concepts, the fiat currency graveyard. We should definitely put that link in the video if we can. Oh yeah, article link here. And this is the same thing that I'm talking about. Look at this, the U.S. money supply. Money printing is wealth theft. U.S. money supply from 1959 to 2018. And then from 2018 to now, they printed even more. Even more. The U.S. dollar purchasing power during the 20th century, that was 2010 in the economic crisis. It's even worse now if they continue this. Average lifespan of a fiat currency is about 35 years. The following list of currencies is a small sample of fiat currencies throughout the past 1,000 years. They've collapsed due to corrupt or incompetent monetary policy making. Central banks understand that politicians don't understand this. They don't want to educate themselves. They go to fine dinners, they drink alcohol, they wine and dine each other, and they don't do the due diligence. They're not sitting in all by themselves like I was, isolated, understanding these concepts. Peru, lost. Russian ruble, gone. Zaire, 5 million Zaires, 1992. Hungary, 10 million, gone. Germany, 1 billion mark. Right? Remember in the Weimar Republic, they had money in wheelbarrows. Zimbabwe, $1 trillion, 2006. Greece, 25,000 drachmas, 1943. Central Bank of China, they did it in 1947. Venezuela, the $10,000 coin. I mean, when you have a bill, look, Yugoslavia, a $10 billion in 1993. Bolivia, 5 million pesos this is serious. Angola, 500,000 kwanza registrados. Dude, Ukraine, 10,000 in 1995. Ukraine was in trouble. And we're going to give them our money. We keep giving our money. They don't know. They obviously haven't been able to handle their money. France, 5 livres, right? Turkey, 5 million in Turkey. Turkey is one of the first places. Right now you can see. Remember Bitcoin hit $100,000 in Turkish lira? It already hit it, right? It was funny, right? Bitcoin hit 100K. It already hit 100K. Everyone was waiting. We already did it. Argentina pesos are going down the tubes. 10,000. Remember, imagine have a dollar with $10 million because the currency is so little and you're paying for bread for, here's a $10 million bill. Here's a $10 million. Romania. Wallsy, have I made my point? 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 Michael said yesterday, Argentina inflation goes up by 8% a day now. I get what you're saying, but what about the U.S. is buying at the highest rate of gold and silver too? No, they're not. They're not. They're not. They're not. And they've never audited Fort Knox has never been audited. They keep trying to audit it. Where is the gold? Right? Where is the gold? Right here, audit of monetary gold severely lack credibility. Fort Knox's gold has not been audited since 1953. Dude, I'm telling you right now, you can listen to your fairy tale stories here, but the faster you get down to brass tacks and reality, the better off you're going to be. All right? Tommy G, man, I'm sorry, but you got it. My weight is inflating by 5% per year. Look at that. 35K premium for Bitcoin in Argentina. Yeah, it's 35,000 there. It's way above the price now. Went to hike with the dogs at 23-ish, came in on Sam, and Bitcoin to 29,000. Lifer, 33, baby. Shout out to my lovers of life. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you for jumping on in. Every dollar you own is owned by somebody else. Exactly. Namaste to Creators Crypto. God bless you. Thank you for jumping on into the live. May you stay blessed. May you stay blessed. 420 people on the live. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. And, I'm a disruptor in the industry. Everyone else is kind of, they're doing all sorts of different things. I've been saying the same thing since you saw me on my channel years ago. Look at 7 months ago. I'm explaining this, right? Joshua Jellowick, my man. Shout out to Sam Price. Not enough people talk about national production. If your country's products go down, then you will gain an inflation gap by default. The only way we can stop this if we produce more. We could produce enough but honestly, are we producing enough? I'll tell you right now, I go places I went to Lowe's. Lowe's used to work really good. I've been trying to get a screen door from Lowe's for I don't know how long now. You know what I mean? I ordered a deck door. They said it was going to be there. A year and a half went by, and it never showed up. We eventually had to call them. They took our money. We kind of say, hey, where's the door? Never got the door. We eventually had to go get another door and do it ourselves, right? They came in, they installed it. They said, oh, we don't got the screen, but you can call Lowe's. We call Lowe's. We go to Lowe's. They say, oh, got that from Pella themselves. Pella's better off than us. We'll just overcharge you. We go to Pella. They don't have it. They tell us to go to Lowe's. We go back to Lowe's. My wife then calls Lowe's and orders it a month ago because we want a screen door in the spring on our deck so we can actually leave the door open without bugs flying in the house. They say, okay. Next thing you know, they say it's going to be delivered on the 8th or the 9th. It never shows up. And now we're like, what? My wife was on the phone yesterday, like, where's the door, man? We can't get a screen door from Lowe's. I'm telling you right now, society is just, it's out of control. You can't get normal things. And I know other people, if you're a contractor, if you're out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And look, this is the breakdown theory. I keep talking about it. You act like this never happened. I know this is insane, but you highlight this out. And this is what I like to do is actually turn it the color of the actual, I like to turn it the actual color of the background so it just disappears. All right, so my background's like this gray color, right, like that or something. Yeah, it's in the middle there. And so you go here and you just kind of paint this right out like it never happened, okay? You paint it out like it never happened, and then you just play the shape exactly like the shape was still there, okay? And that puts you right back on track for the entire movement back to 40,000, all right? And if you saw Arcane Bear with me saying a very similar idea in concept, breaking it down, we both kind of agreed there was possibility of movement to the upside. Even this measured move here could take you to $37,000 for Bitcoin. The 2-day chart's ready to rock. Yeah, 22-hour could go up, come back down, and we can go side. It could do this, and what we'll do is we'll range between about 27,000 and 30,800. We'll be in a range right now, in my humble opinion. So I figured this out. I figured they take the price up, they bring it back down. They do it all the time. Even this one kind of was like a falling wedge, and you just stayed in the wedge. After you left it, you would have played the wedge to the upside. It's an insane concept that I started figuring out. They did it here. They break you out the wedge. They break you back in. You move it. They did a bigger version of it here. They broke this out the wedge, broke it back in. And I know you think I'm insane, but don't worry. It takes an insane man to beat an insane system that's not run right? Descending triangle, broke back in, played that. There's just so many. They do this all the time. They break the pattern to the upside, break it back down to the downside. All right. Just bear with me now. We're going to keep it moving. Seems bearish div playing out now. My girlfriend is Pamela Henderson. That's funny. What was the name of the money you showed us in the beginning? Colonial script. Colonial script. Love your insanity. Yeah, because everyone else is just talking about the charts. They're not. I'm going on a limb here. I tell you guys things that most people aren't happy that I'm saying. All right. You know it. And I know it. And that shows my favor, right? That shows my favor, man. My ability to push because I believe God is always there. And no matter what, we're going to win this battle. It's going to take some time. But as long as we stay true to ourselves and true to each other, everything's going to be cool. So look, we did wick to this area. You could say the wick held us a little bit. So there was, there's a bit of a range here that we bounced off of. All right. That's one. Shorten it up a little bit. Then we're going to take control, drag that out, and you can see we did have support there. Weekly support also came down to 24,000. You have to remember all the people that are FOMOing for Bitcoin too, and they're freaking out, right? And this is, look, a low, a high, a higher low, A higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. That's an uptrend. Shorting an uptrend is not a good idea. And my short was supposed to be just a tiny short. I wasn't trying to go all the way with it. But the idea of shorting an uptrend is not a good idea as well for Bitcoin. All right? And yes, just to be honest, I had a $500 short that I lost $200 on. And I've put basically over 100 grand into Bitcoin below 19K. So, like, you may think, oh, he was short for a moment, but I wasn't, I'm not one of those perma bears, man. You know what I mean? And I'm super happy I did. I saw my account go up extremely high yesterday. It was insane, right? And one day, I mean, that's one of the bigger gainers I've seen in a day in a long time, right? Well, actually, these 2 days that's a 2-day chart, though. So, look, I see consolidation here for Bitcoin. I really do. I see consolidation here for Bitcoin, and the daily's just getting started. The 2 days just getting started. If you can zoom out and use the bigger time frames. How many trades have you guys showed me break down when I'm showing you? There, that's better. How many trades when I'm showing you that we're likely to dump to the downside here? And I'm showing you all the different trades when that's happening. All right. And what I mean by that is, how many trades when I front run the golden cross on the 2-day and the 3-day chart. We do it all the time on coins. Same idea. Give me a hug, baby. I love you so much. Oh, she's so. Oh, my love. I love you so much. Oh, my little cutie. Look at this. Look at this little thing. Look how much she loves her dad, huh? How much you love me, baby? Tell her how much you love your dad. Huh? So. Oh, my girl. My number one, huh? You're my best friend forever. You know that? Don't cry, baby. I love you, okay? She missed her daddy, man. She missed her daddy so much already, man. I got the best kids in the game, man. Look at 1177 on the 1233. What you know, 1177.33. We're doing them. Shout out to everybody here. 463 people on the live, 253 likes, and I just showed up in the middle of nowhere. Finally got the pop from CGPT to top gainer. Put back on the radar last night, my man. Chain GPT, man. Nailing it. Nailing it. Nailing it. Nailing it. I put out high MEXC last night. Look at that. Boom to the upside. Holding a 2-day chart up 31% gains. We had hidden bullish divergence on that puppy as well. Bang, bang, bang. High cool cats a little bit. Nothing too much there. High Fidenza. But our call was high MAYC, man. We ain't playing around. We still hit a top gainer yesterday for 31% gains. Amazing. Amazing. And let's take a look at what you're saying there. CGPT, Chain GPT on MEXC, baby. All right. Oh, they got it on KuCoin too. Look at that pump. Yeah, I remember you putting out the fallen wedge, man. Stack, man, would you become the Terminator? Stack, I'm just going to go to Abu Dhabi for like a couple months. You could just run the trading group for me, right? I'll be back, man. I just need some time. I need a couple months off, man. I worked every single day for years. You got me, right, Stack? We can break the bread. Love and respect for your time and your YouTube, man. Shout out to Chris Tattery, man. Bro, your eyes got wet because your daughter was crying. You have a big heart. That's why a higher power is on your side. Look at the last pump in March on the graph when the EMA crossed. Will it replicate the same bounce? Interesting. Interesting. Kids make your heart full. Speaking of, gotta get mine up for school. Exactly. Wendy O just had Mrs. McAfee on. It was interesting. Check it out. Oh, that's so nice that she did that. And that means she's out there in Austin, Texas. I'm going to find her and tell her how much I love her, man. I had John McAfee on my channel back in the day, right? So much knowledge with get from Mr. Sam. Thank you. I always got you, brother. Love your life, man. Live your life, man. Shout out to Stack, baby. I love you, man. Honestly, like everyone, I work 7 days a week for the last 2 years straight and more, over more than 2 years now, almost 2.5 years without one day off. Not one day have I not grinded for my trading group. Not one day have I not pushed. Not one day, man. I love you all more than you would ever know. I love this life more than you would ever know. I'll never give up on you. If you don't give up on me, I will never give up on you. All right? I will never give up on you. This is beautiful what's happening here. And you know, I went hard on this coin. Now I'm in the money. You guys remember seeing me get into this coin and people are like, is he still in? I like to hold things until they pop for me, baby. That thing is beautiful, man. Uppo making a bit of a move here. Up 18%. Up only. You gotta love that, right? Look at this thing. We had this. It did the dolphin dip, came back up. Never hit the stop loss, too. It was so close, though. It was so close to my stop, but it didn't hit it. It didn't hit it. It never hit it. Let me show you in the trading group, because I put it out. I was like, so close to my stop, but we still made it. We still made it. And look, I'm showing you this, too, at 12:58 a.m. At 1 in the morning, I'm saying this thing is going to pop probably to 29.6, right? Wow, what a move for Bitcoin, right? Back to the upside, and it pumped last night. Let's take a look at the DXY, break it down for you as well. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin dominance, and look at the dollar just tanked last night. Why? Why did the dollar dump? Because, well, hold on. Where's my old work, man? That's weird. I think maybe I put it on the show. Oh, yeah, so let's break down the daily. I see a head and shoulder pattern on the dollar, too. That's a head and shoulder, don't you see it? Shoulder, head, and a shoulder to the downside. Doesn't look good to me for the dollar, personally. That measured move takes you down to 90, all right? If we break 100, it's a wrap. Now, they're going to do it. You know what they're going to try to do? They're going to try to sell all the Bitcoin. And look, that's kind of an Adam and Eve there in a way, right? See it? And even an M pattern, if you don't think it's an Adam and Eve. I mean, it's an M in a way. They break to the downside, all right? So look at the daily. It's about to tank right now, right? Look at our 2-day. It could easily slump back to the downside, right? The daily looks horrible to me, all right? Look at that. And this is a bear flag. That's how I was showing on ATB. I mean, you're bear flagging and you're overbought on the stochastics RSI. If you watch my channel, I mean, that's all I need, right? And then you have a major resistance here. Resistance, came back up, resistance, resistance. I mean, you bearishly retested it. You flip that upside down, that would be a beautiful long, right? And honestly, if you look at it deeply, and we break it down even on a smaller time frame like the 12, this has some head and shoulder vibes too as well, in my humble opinion. All right, and look, this is another bear flag, and that has a length of this that has a length of this leg. That's a whole leg down. And that's telling you, the charts are just telling us, we'll go to 94 on the dollar. And one bank like Domino's, baby, they're going to continue to fall. They're going to continue to fall. All right. DXY, all we want, bro, facts. The best channel in the game. Let him hit the like button and help the man from the amazing free content. Hey, I could pass away tomorrow. You got to live your life every single day if you want to, you got to live your life every day. One thing I want to show you is I'm starting a new channel, all right, where I'm going to be doing all sorts of interesting stuff, all right?
You are about to learn one of the biggest secrets in the history of the world. It's a secret that has huge...
And right here, look, if we can get to 500 subscribers, I'm going to put out my first piece of content. I want to see how strong my community is. I got, 43,000 people here, 191 subscribers. Let's get this to 500. My first piece of content's coming out at the Samuel J. Price channel. Jump on it today. I would greatly appreciate it. All right? The dollar could dump really, really hard as we get into the next month. We don't know what we're celebrating, though. Could be a bad one. It's okay, man. You live in fear. I don't live in fear. I believe God is putting me in the exact right place at the exact right time, and that it's all good. I don't live in fear in any way, shape, or form. Fear does not exist to me. All right? Yesterday was an insane day. I can't even tell you what I went through, but yesterday was insane. Never mind the movement up and down in price action, right? You know, Tommy G, you know the word you used? You tried. You know what I mean? And when you try, you usually don't get it done. I'm sorry, but I don't use the word try. It's the worst word in the English language. Look at this. I always bring this up. You ever go to a high school reunion or any type of reunion, or you go to, someplace we haven't seen someone in a while, and you're like, oh, we should hang out. Let's do golf next week. And you're like, yeah, I'll try. That means you're never calling that person again. You get it? You're not. You know what I mean? That's the deal. All right? We won't your fear the dollar. Another fact. We won't URL fear. I don't know what he said. Fear does not exist in this crypto dojo. Yeah, it just doesn't. I don't use the word try. I don't use the word want. I don't use the word try and want. Two worst words in the English language. Ironically, when you score in rugby, it's called a try. We got a try over there. Can somebody post a link for his new YouTube channel? I'll post it for you right now, just so you get it, right? I'll post a link right now. But look, you have these. Look at Samuel James Price. See this? We have at symbols now in on YouTube. So you just type in that stuff and you'd be fine, right? Like I'm pretty sure I can at this, go to a random channel here, paste it in. It should bring me to the channel. Okay, it doesn't. So funny, and I never watch any of these channels, so I don't think I do. It's just funny that that's what comes up, right? 42,700 subscribers and counting. Can you please subscribe? And also, a few people were getting unsubscribed. May have just been an error by the algorithm or whatever. We don't know. I think it's benevolent. I'm not even going to point fingers, but I just want to let you know. Double check. Is anyone here subscribed? And now they're looking that they're not subscribed. I want to see a show of hands. Super dang excited for your new channel, man. A link would be great. I'm going to post a link right now. I got you. But it also should have showed. I'll have to do a customized channel link, I guess. But it usually says the. There you go. There's the link for you right there. Okay. I'm still subscribed. I love it. I guess it's because it filtered out videos and there are no videos of the channel right now. Still subscribed, okay? Anyone who subscribed and find themselves not subscribed, just double check, I've been unsubscribed twice, but I knew it wasn't you. Isn't that strange? 2 times he said he's been unsubscribed. I don't go and unsubscribe anybody for any reason. Why would I do that? You know what I mean? That would just hurt my own channel. So DXY not looking good to me on this daily. On the daily. Daily says we could dump Peasy. Yeah, the 12-hour may give you some up and down movement there, and it might make a bigger bear flag. It doesn't mean everything, we're not always 100%, but that daily looks horrible. Like it wants to come down and dump on you. I just subbed a couple days ago and asked for your light to enter me. Shout out to Frankie Scandals featuring Wick 589. I can't believe, man, I just read that comment. I didn't even know. So I love Frankie Candles, man. I hope that's not whatever. I'm not even going to get it. But Frankie's the man, dude. God bless Frankie and his family and everything he does for YouTube. You should put up a welcome to the Sammy Cup and Handy short, brother. Right? Subbed, baby. Sub. Thank you. I'm a life for 99, baby. For life. For life, man. For life. So the dollar index doesn't look too good. Let's take a look at our S&P 500 ES1 on the midi futures. And wow, that got a dump today too. So you can see that Bitcoin is decoupling from the S&P as the S&P dumped yesterday while Bitcoin moved to the upside. The day still looks pretty good though. When they turn that money printer on, which they're going to have to, they're going to have to I thought they were going to turn the money printer on in August, but they're going to have to do it even sooner. They're going to have to front run. It, right? And the Fed's balance sheet continues probably to grow as they tried to unload. They're not going to be able to raise any more basis points at all. They're done. And I said every day they would never get to 2%, right? They would never get to 2%. So assets, total assets, less elimination, consolidation. Look, they tried to sell off, but they had to buy back up again. Look at that. See that? Right there. At the end of March, they had to start buying assets again. You know what I mean? They already started printing money. You can see right there. And they are going to print. Oh my gosh, man. I'm telling you right now. And they're going to have to buy more. I think they're the biggest owner of mortgages in the U.S. or something right now. It's insane. All right, don't quote me on that. Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System. Who are they? Central banking since 1701. I mean, this is horrible, right? Look at this. They printed money here in 1925. Look how much money they printed. This is insane. Bank of England balance sheet, total assets to the United Kingdom. It's nuts. The British have a history of recording excellent historical data, and we've already written a few related posts. Today we look at the central bank assets from the Bank of England, founded in 1694. Central banks will continue to go up. This is horrible what they're doing to us. So, the daily says as long as we stay inside this pattern here, see this little flag, that we can get a nice pump back too. And the S&P might follow Bitcoin, honestly. Bitcoin is front running things because you can get to it quicker, You don't have to open up, Sam, I believe they'll continue to raise rates to use it as an excuse to print to save the banks. No, they can't. They can't raise the rates and print money. You can't do both. It doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work. BlackRock owns a crap ton of mortgages. Yeah, they do. They became the biggest buyer of mortgages yet. Casper, bro, going to be a silent monster. I agree with you, and I'm starting to build my bag of Casper, so thank you for saying that. I totally agree. And remember, in the link here at the top, if you want to trade with us, join my Discord, okay? If you want to get onto MEXC, jump on it today. MEXC is 3 more days left here for the Crypto Lifer campaign. Jump on it today, and you're going to get hooked up, right? 500, if you put in, over $500 net deposit, get a future bonus of 10 beans, right? And stuff like that. And also, as everyone says, trading leverage and stuff, you can always trade 1x. You could trade, you know what I mean? You could trade leverage like you trade spot. It will be a little different, but you don't have to use any leverage at all and still trade spot. You get, you know what I mean? You're still trading futures, but you can trade futures at 1x. You don't even have to go to 2x. I'm just making that clear. Like, you don't have to even add the leverage. So just one thing to think about. Honestly, if you haven't traded for 2 to 3 years, I would not touch leverage at all. Not even one bit. Not even a little bitty bit. All right? Not even a little bitty bit. Wow, so what a move for Bitcoin. Now, we have a resistance here, clear as day. But actually, you know what? I feel like we got back above the resistance. Let's look at the daily. So look, this heavy resistance right here for Bitcoin. Resistance. You got back above that. As long as Bitcoin can hold above 28,600, we're very likely to come and test 30,004. All right? And that's why I just start looking at, flags on the smaller time frames. So right now, I would flag out the 1 hour. Let's say I just look at the smaller time frames because things can get crazy today. Yeah, the 15-minute has been my go-to. Honestly, let's look at our 7-minute. Our 7-minute is forming a flag here. It looks like we may wake up because everyone's going to wake up, and you know what they're going to do? They're going to short this divergence. And they're going to say, oh, it has to come back down. Nothing pumps like this forever. But they're not looking at the macro influences that are pushing us up and down. All right? This is the key. This is what people aren't paying attention to. You got falling volume with falling price suggests that the sellers are falling off as well. And let's get back into BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP should start to show us some type of higher liquidity zone, but they don't want to show their cards today. I think they were caught off guard, even the big boys. They're trying to load up down here, but they did that last time, and that did not work, right? It was a spoofer nation. But 28.8, really, they're not that far away from price action. They got a few longs liquidated here. It does suggest that we may go down and scoop up. But at the same time, it's more likely that we get a bit of a short squeeze, if anything else, on BOOKMAP, in my humble opinion. But you never know. Only time will tell here. Only time will tell. We nailed the long last night. If you're just joining in and you want to join an awesome trading group, check it out. I was up till 1 in the morning and I'm back at 6. And look, here it is right there. No, look, you can't edit this. If I edited it, it would say edited. I didn't edit this. Today at 1:25 of the morning, Bitcoin in the 15-minute may take off here. And I don't want to say it has to, it's going to, but it was highly likely. Like, this is me saying, likely to move. And then I wake up in the morning. First thing I do is check Bitcoin, of course. And I see my flag boom to the upside. Amazing, 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 amazing. So you would have been able to figure this out, and you would have been making gains on the beach, baby. Gains on the beach, all right? And what I like to do is post this to Twitter. So my team, look what I'm doing here. If you could do this for me so I don't have to do it as much, is you grab this, all right? You go over to Twitter, okay? You go to my profile, you go to a tweet, and you say, posted at 1:25 a.m., right? Boom, you paste that picture in, right? And then you say, and here we were at 6, 5 hours later? 5 hours later, back to normal, right? Yeah. Back to being 100%. No, it's funny. But I was like, dude, I never miss. What is this? And there you go. Posted at 1:25 a.m. and boom, by 6:27 a.m., we are in the money. Booming, baby. And then I say, I like to put the actual little, join the best trading group with the hardest working leader. Who works harder than me, baby? No vacations, no hanging out with the hardest working leader in the game. I'm on no sleep because I love you, but my love for each and every one of you pushes through. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter, baby. Babe, I played a cop, I played a fireman. It doesn't matter. I'm Marky Wahlberg, babe. You know, I'll show you. I'll invest in Gala. Tommy, I'll tell you what happened, Tommy. It's okay, Tommy. I'll get you in a Gala. You get all that money back, all right? That's how crypto works. You lose first, Tommy, and then you win. What, babe? Why? Could you bring me a deodorant from upstairs? Could you bring me a deodorant from the upstairs bathroom? Please? I sweat during the live, and I don't want to stink. I'm already starting to stink a little bit. These are facts of life, everybody. So join the Discord today, all right? And then what I also like to do is I'll duplicate this. See how I'm always thinking, and I'm like, how do you grab this from there? How do you grab that from here? And I go to my profile, okay? And I click on here, and I grab the QR code. Thinking on your feet, team. Thinking on your feet. And these types of tweets are amazing. Oh, thank you. Tom's. No aluminum. You got to love it. Do the best you can. What do you think? Yeah, I don't care. Why would I care? I'm the most realest guy in the game. What? She tries to make me feel insecure, but she can't. She just can't.
I want you to give yourself enough time so you don't forget to say goodbye to
Hit the AR code, hit the QR code. All right. But that's something that I want my team to do as much as you can. I didn't ask a question. I just asked a question. Like, wouldn't you have liked to trade that? Anyway, so this is a 1 minute flag. This tells us we could go to 29,700. I'd definitely be watching this for a possible pump to the upside today. People are in disbelief. And what they're going to do is they're going to continue to short over and over again. And that's going to, you know what I mean? And I wouldn't be surprised if this continued to pump to the upside. I really wouldn't. Eventually, we're going to calm down a little bit. Let's take a look at our smaller ideas here inside the local time frame. But that's a falling wedge. It should break up to where it began, really. That's the, here's our next big resistance point, really, that I'd be looking for a movement, which is right there, which is about 29,287. We get back above that, we're on our way further to the upside. Again, if this doesn't break out, I like to take a look at the 21 crossing the 200. That's a front run of a golden cross, especially on the 1 hour time frame. So look at the last time the 21 crossed the 200 right there, a massive boom. And what we did is we came and we touched it and we flagged out for a massive move up. That's very likely to happen again here. So if the 15-minute goes lackluster, if the 7-minute doesn't pump, so we watch the 7-minute. If it kind of falls off, it just kind of does, itty-bitty stuff. We're going to flip to the 1 hour and we start projecting the 1 hour into a bigger flag. You see this? And what we're doing is we're waiting for the 1 hour to interact with the 21-day moving average. When this occurs, when the 21 comes up and touches price action, there's another massive move coming to the upside as well. So you're like, you just did 2 flags. Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen. My system is based on not knowing what's happening. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Okay? Look, there's a bit of a breakout there of the trend line. I would not be surprised if this thing started to pump. Look at the low stochastic. Look at the MACD turning. Look at the RSI. And even the RSI is in a bit of a little flag here that could easily pump to the upside. All right? So just pay attention, please. Pay attention. Get with it. This is my system. It's different than anything you've ever seen on YouTube. It's not the same and what you've been looking at. All right? Pop out the dashboard. Monitor the stream dashboard in a separate window for more modular. Oh, man. This is this whole... Oh, that's something different that I'm doing. Okay. Anyway, when my team's in and I'm in, something always happens funny. And look, there's the short squeeze right there occurring. We just said I could see one happening. 1,000 is very small, but we'll see it continue to the upside. Your mother's CC Bird is listening and watching. Your mother, what? To bag, right? CSR, please, bro. Can you check it? Send it a TA or super chat or deep dive. You want me to go over coin? Floki CEO. Also, how's the Bitcoin miner going? Funny, I don't show that on my camera. That's like quiet. But you know what? I forgot about it. But it's still going well, actually, which is kind of crazy. You know what I mean? But that's something I don't really discuss. That's like, you know what I mean? Other people push that, referral links and stuff like that. I don't do it. But it's still going well, though, which if you can believe it. But it's kind of like it locks you in. Like it's almost impossible. If you I forget about it all the time. I had to go to it every day, and I forgot about it. Completely forgot about it numerous times, right? So, and every time you compound, you can't. It's also made to continue because the way they created it. So what I need is this to continue into the bull run and then withdraw as many times as possible. But it's yeah, but it's still up and running, man. It's doing great actually, which is crazy. But you're the only one that really knows about it on the channel. I don't discuss it. I appreciate you bringing it up, I guess. You know what I mean? But unless it got rugged, right? Interesting. Maybe it's, who knows? Oh no, maybe I have the wrong. Hold on. I've been in Ethereum recently. Yeah, I'm on the wrong mainnet. That's all. BNB Smart Chain. I mean, it's still going strong, right? I got in at like 900, and now it's got 2,113 BNB still in there, right? It's earned a lot. It's doubled and tripled a lot. But you got to compound yield, and I've been forgetting to check those sites. So thank you for telling me. I at least did a withdrawal right now. Super chats, Floki CEO, GGG, Greco. Everyone wants the GGG, man. GGG is what like people that don't know how to trade. You know what I mean? Like I knew my buddy who never traded stocks. He's like, I bought GGG, bro. And I was looking at him like, what is that, man? You know, it's funny. But I mean, this looks like it could pump too. I mean, if they print the money, look at the 4 hour. This thing's about to blast with the 4 hour, getting tighter in the channel. It is a rising wedge, but if we straighten it out too, it's got a descending triangle vibe. I mean, ascending triangle vibe, right? Highly likely you can get a big pump to the upside. Be more conservative with my measured move right here, but this looks bullish to me on the 4 hour time frame. And what you're looking for is a breakout and a retest of the line. This breaks out and retests the line, you're ready to rock. All right. Boom, and you get back to the upside here. All right. Mike, my man, he knows Caliente. Shout out to everybody here, man. Y'all have a good day, YouTube, man. Floki CEO, dang, invested in miners this year. Going good mining, ZIL and CKB. Even in Florida, once you're 4 feet underground, the soil stays 55 degrees, man. Isn't that nice? You're funny, man. SNX, please. Send in a TA dive for super chats. I'm not going to do a random coin without a super chat, just how it works here. Okay? That's just, you got to support the channel for me to show you what I'm seeing. May God shine on all today. Lifer 33. Shout out to you, Jim Borge 66 or Jimbo Jr. Jimbo Jr. That's what it is. The bigger question is, can we get a youth to work instead of trying to be TikTok stars? I mean, nobody wants to work anymore, right? Nobody. It's insane. Salam, lifers. Lifer, your truth for going live this early. Oh my God, on my way to work now. Anytime, man. Anytime. Lifer is absolutely beautiful, and Lifer is a lucky man. Thank you for saying that. You're the man, dude. Coming soon, Lifer Lemon Scrub. Yep. How did you know? With the salt, right? With the little salt in there, right? Will Pepe make millionaires? I seriously could see it happen. I've never invested in memes, but I might DCA a small amount. I own a big old bag of it. I own like almost, 1,700 of Pepe. What did the Hawks do to us last night? That was insane. That was absolutely, we should have won that game. Poorly coached. I love the team, but we need a better coach, man. Like, the coach has a lot to do with it. Even though people don't realize, the coach has a lot to do with it, right? Harris Jam, my man. And guys, hit up the tweets. Like, I want to see, I got hundreds of people. We get up to like 1,000 people, 700, 800 people on the live all the time. We should get the same amount of people hitting the tweets and just interacting. I give so much. All you got to do is give a little. I just posted the tweet here. Follow my Twitter. Start hitting up the tweets. Start retweeting. Start hitting the like button. let's get it going. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. All right. Wow. Anyway, so ES1, we took a look at that. We looked at the dollar. Let's take a look at the total market cap for all of cryptocurrency. Crypto total market cap. All right. And I was saying this was the idea. Remember, I made this line. I said we're either going to short or we could get a nice bounce to the upside. I said the 12-hour looks like we could get a bounce back to the upside. I remember saying it on the channel, and it was curving, and the 12-hour won that battle and pinned us to the upside. So we had this, what I call it, like a twisted sister, two different ideas. Do we make this falling wedge? And again, it's not over yet. We could pump all the way up here, and we could start traveling down to the downside, right? I just want to make this clear, and then hit a 618. We could, and then we also have a CME gap that no one really wants to discuss. But there's a CME gap here, right? And it's right down here at 20,800. So I'm always open-minded. Anything is possible. And I see what this guy said. He said, we make it a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. That's a very possibility that could break us down still to this day or get us back down to 25,000. So just because it's all gravy today doesn't mean that we have to stay, we got to be always vigilant. That price could go up or down. And that's why I made the flags that I did, and we're going to watch it closely. Get rid of the moving averages for a second so you can see this really clear. I got a fib drawn. That is your 618 Fibonacci level from this impulse pump all the way from the beginning to the impulse, right? And we could say, okay, the impulse was here, and there's a lower fib. But what's interesting is when we do this fib coincides with this gap right here in the VRVP, right? So that's a gap right there on Bitcoin, And anyway, I know I'm on the total market cap, but, Bitcoin takes up most of the thing. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance and see what's happening with Bitcoin dominance. All right. Rising wedge. Could we break to the downside? We're at a resistance point. It'll be beautiful for the altcoins if we didn't continue to pump here. And Bitcoin dominance gave up a little bit of its pressure. But honestly, an altcoin doesn't save you from a banking collapse. Bitcoin does. Bitcoin is the answer, everybody, in my humble opinion. And I could be wrong, but I've been spot on for the last 7 or 8 years on Bitcoin. So, hey, So here's the deal. There's the break back inside, and there's the flag. So you broke out, you broke back inside. That flag still looks good to me. And honestly, 12 hours a little high. Let's go to our 22 on our daily. Daily's just getting started, and it's breaking out. And that would coincide with a massive Bitcoin rally. We could double top. So what you're looking for is the breakout and the retest of the zone. You retest the zone, watch your Bitcoin pairs. Bitcoin's going to go on a tear. And I humbly believe this is the most likely scenario that we could see dominance back at 52.9. All right. Litecoin has a halving coming up. The Litecoin halving, you got to understand that as well. We got a countdown. Litecoin halving countdown. It's got to be in the 96 now. Yep, 96 days, 10 hours, just 3 months to the Litecoin halving. Just one thing you want to understand, and that usually will pump the price up again. And look, they're about to squeeze the shorts yet again here. I see sideways price action on the 7-minute time frame and the 1 hour. We've gone over that for Bitcoin already. We'll show it to you again after Litecoin. Shout out to Tom Crown. We all know he loves his Litecoin. I don't know why he became the Litecoin aficionado, but he is. I bought Litecoin at $5. I used to tell everybody about it. It was my coin of choice for a long time because I saw Bitcoin, I saw Ethereum. I said, but that Litecoin, baby. And you kind of have a shoulder, head, shoulder now too. And Litecoin looking nice on the daily time frame. So we can open this up. And that is a beautiful ascending triangle for Litecoin. And look, even that flag broke out. We hit the resistance though. That's why you can get your measured move whatever you want, but there is always support and resistance that you must abide by. And I still see this as a bit of a inverted head and shoulder too as well. For sure. All right. I'm going to have to run. I got to get ready to get to the airport over here. God bless each and every one of you for being here. May God bless you all. All right. But Litecoin, man, with this halving, what if it gets up to 147 from 91? High probably, if Bitcoin pumps, Litecoin falls. It's the silver to Bitcoin's gold. And they call me Samuel Cup and Handle on the clean side, right? Samuel Cup and Handle, Sammy Cup and Handy, right? I've produced my own moniker or whatever you want to call it. It's my signature. One of the only traders with his own signature with a shape, right? Because I use it so much. And you can only get a signature with a shape if you work as hard as I can. It's a product of just being obsessive compulsive And that's what you get, right? You get that if you're just super, 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 super into what you're doing. Have a good trip, man. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. BOOKMAP starting to look spicy. Yeah, they're starting to load it up a little bit. How do you like XLM? I hold about, $2,000 worth of XLM. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. My top 6 currently holding ETH, Casper, AGIX, VRA, DESO, Quant. Hope you like my picks. Yeah, I like it. I don't have any DESO, but that's decentralized social. I love that. I have VRA. I have AGIX. I have Casper. I have Ethereum. I don't know. I think Quant, I'll be honest, with Quant, I think it's a great project. It's going to get in there, but it's such a big market cap. Like, it may be a 20x for Quant. I see it's like a 12xer. It's kind of like Aave was back in the day. So it's not my go-to for gains, but it could, you never know. I see Litecoin making a massive move here on the daily time frame. I really do. Litecoin looking interesting to me for sure. LTC. And once Bitcoin goes sideways, that money's going to flow, and it's not going to flow back to the legacy system. I'll tell you that right now. And that will kind of how we caveat into Tether dominance, right? And we're going to show you Tether dominance, something a lot of people don't talk about, right? I was showing it on Sin City Crypto, and he's like, dude, I don't think we've ever seen Tether dominance here. And look, there's a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder there for Tether dominance. So that's like Litecoin's inverted head and shoulder. You see? Like, that's Litecoin right there. Tether dominance looks the complete opposite, and it's a falling wedge that broke to the downside, a rising wedge that broke down. That's a bearish sign, all right? And it tells you that you're likely to come all the way back down a little bit. Now, they'll print Tether, so it doesn't lose as much as the dollar in the long run, if you think about it, because they print it and then people use it to get into crypto. But as they print Tether dominance, people run out of Tether and back into Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is the answer. Everybody can see it. It's obvious to me. But look, shoulder, head, and a shoulder there. And the daily's about to tank on you. I say that you're about to take a dump to the downside here and continue. Almost bear flag this. So look, this has a descending triangle vibe. I'll get rid of this line right there. But this is a descending triangle. Descending triangles, in my mind, just in my lifetime, tend to dump and dump pretty rapidly to the downside. So that also coincides with the idea that this could absolutely tank. And that would be another move down. And that goes down with the dollar dropping, with US Tether losing value. So you don't want to be stuck in too much Tether. I'll be honest, I don't have bags of Tether. So I've converted all my Tether to BTC, man. I may have a little bit here and there. And there's the massive short squeeze coming. He just said it looks spicy. And there you go, 4,000, 8K. It's a smaller short squeeze, but they're starting to squeeze the shorts yet again. Let's take a look at my 7-minute pattern. Looks like it may be pumping to the upside. BTC, USDT on she called it Binance. No, she called it Binance. She called it Binance. I could not believe the congresswoman called it Binance. I was like, have you done any research? So look, that flag's likely to pump to the upside here and make some gains. Bacon on the beach, man. Bacon on the beach. They're in denial. They can't believe it. And that's a beautiful little breakout to the upside. Measured move is 29,747. Ah, interesting. I'll be doing, whenever I go to the airport, I usually trade futures on my phone. It keeps me going through, It's like nothing else to do. I remember when my wife was giving birth, they put me in this waiting room first. And then I was sitting there, I started trading. I started just playing games on my MetaMask wallet. You know what I mean? I started buying coins on MetaMask because I was so bored. That's when I opened up a MetaMask wallet, waiting, when my second daughter was born. I was like, I might as well open me up a walleta. So look, the Stokes pointing to the upside, the wedge on the RSI, which also tells me we could get a move. It's kind of a cup and handle, though it's shallow. And the lack of bearish momentum on the MACD, falling volume with falling price, suggests that the sellers have waned. There's just less sellers here. Most people are just like, okay, they beat the sellers to the ground. They did it. You know what I mean? They beat the sellers to the ground. It is what it is. So there you have it. I mean, 29. Stop loss is going to be 29,007. I mean, the take profit. And my stop loss has to be somewhere below this level, 28,000. Yeah, 8. I like that. That's a good risk-reward ratio. All right. And we'll see what happens. I did just open up a little long, tiny long, $340 at 21x. Don't do what I do though, please. That's just a little bit of fun for me while I'm at the airport. Nothing crazy. All right. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I'm a teacher. You're a student. That is our relationship. That is our relationship. And that is what it is. Everyone, I got to jump out of here for the day. Any last requests or ideas here? I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to all the people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in as I went impromptu and had no idea how many people I would see here. Super excited to see more and more people jumping on into the live. I'm just trying to do one quick thing here. I want to switch my account back to where the right one. There we go. Wow, 4,783. And wow, we're booming to the upside here. We're about to go to 43,000 very, very fast. 5,000 here too on the move. What an amazing day it is to be alive, man. Wow. Shout out to everyone that jumped on in to the live stream with me. I greatly appreciate it. You're awesome people, each and every one of you. You know you're awesome, but I just have to make that, eat something, get your energy up, and your immune system strong for flying. Don't worry, I'll be fine, man. Don't worry about me. I couldn't even tell you what I do, because if I did, right? Wow, 468 people, 391 likes. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Appreciate you all. And then the other people are going to come at one and be like, wait, he's not live, but there's a video that you can check, and you can see what I'm saying. You can see the trade that I'm looking at, all right? This looks good to me because you don't have a bearish divvy there and you're pointing to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin. All right. And again, it doesn't have to happen. In the 1 hour could make a bigger flag here. We are away for the 21-day moving average and we're a little high on the RSI. So that would be a scalp of the 7 and a scalp alone, right? Remember the news. Oh, you got the news? All right, thank you. Jamie's like, give me my news. Yes, sir, Jamie, right away. I'm not going to do the intro. I still haven't given the full intro yet. So, sorry. I don't remember. I have so much more on my mind than downloading a file and importing it some days. I need a team to do that. Like, hey, let me import his file. Let me get that ready to go. We're going to get there. We're going to have soon we're going to have like a PA working in the office when we get to Florida. It's all going to be awesome. I'll meet some kid in the gated community whose mom wants him to learn about tech and stuff. And, we'll know his family and it'll all work out and he'll come over or she, maybe. Preferably a he, just because, Anyway, and it would be awesome. And so that's something that I'll be looking into, right? Eventually getting an office production assistant that wants to grind with a lifer, man. Bankers pitch to save First Republic Bank. Help us now or pay more later when it fails. Dude, advisors to the First Republic Bank. All right, hold on. Hi, my name is Samuel James Price, and every single day I bring you the news on my channel. What is the name of it again? Hi, my name is Samuel James Price, and every single day I give you the news on my channel, Crypto Lifer, on the Crypto Lifer Show. I'm the Crypto Lifer, but my name is Sam Price. Thank you for jumping on in. And today, First Republic Bank is about to tank. Rhyming. And the idea behind that is it's not good. It means that there's going to be some issues here. There's going to be some problems with First Republic Bank. Bankers pitch to save First Republic Bank. Help us now or pay more later when it fails. They don't get it. Doesn't matter. They're all going to fail. Advisors to the First Republic Bank will attempt to cajole the big U.S. banks who've already propped it up into doing one more favor. This is like if you don't stitch up a wound and you just keep putting like bandages on it. I mean, it doesn't work. The pitch is something like this. Purchase bonds from First Republic Bank at above market rates for a loss of a few $1 billion. If not, if these same banks will face roughly $30 billion in FDIC fees when First Republic Bank fails. The advisors have already lined up potential purchases of new First Republic Bank stock if they can fix the bank balance sheet. Dude, the best hope for avoiding a collapse of an ailing lead lender First Republic Bank hinges on how persuasive one group of bankers can be with another group of bankers. Advisors to the First Republic will attempt to cajole. They don't realize this was done by the central banks. They want these banks to collapse. I'm telling you right now, the central banks want to bring all the wealth back into one bank. They want to create a one world currency, and they want to have the new world order. You know it. Novus Ordo Seclorum. It's on the dollar. The new order is secured. In the latest twist in a week saga, sparked up by this sudden collapse of the Silicon Valley last month, days after the government seized SBF signature, mid-sized banks hit by several deposit runs, The country's biggest lenders banded together to inject $30 billion into deposits into First Republic. The solution proved fleeting after the depth of the company's problems became known. I kept saying that it was only a matter of time before they went down. Lazard and JP Morgan Chase were hired last month to advise First Republic. They actually, oh my God, that's just insane. The key advantage of the advisor's plan, they say, is that it allows First Republic Bank to offload some, but not all of its underwater bonds. Who's going to buy the bonds above market value? And they say it's going to be our government. So it's us, the tax dollars. They want us to bail them out again. This is insane. Avalanche core team implements Cortina upgrade on the mainnet. Avalanche activated Cortina upgrade on its mainnet at 11 a.m. Cortina upgraded the latest version of Avalanche Go, optimizing the network for developers. And it has many different chains, the X chain, the P chain, and the C chain. And the X chain is specifically designed for creating and managing native Avalanche assets. It's a big deal. They're going to keep growing. Avalanche is a beautiful project. I do hold a little Avalanche. I think it's a great idea. Elon Blue checks have divided crypto Twitter, something I want to discuss too. But you know what? It's a business. He can charge you whatever he wants for the business, man. And you know what? They used to charge for one of those 20 grand, 40 grand and backdoor deals. Look at the massive short squeeze right there happening for Bitcoin. And it looks like that, yeah, I should be up in that trade now. Where did it go? Where did it go now? Where did you be now? No, you don't want to hear me saying that's not what you came here for. But I try to make it nice. You know what I mean? It sounds pretty, right? And there you go. I'm up 4%, $15. That's how you make 4% real fast trading cryptocurrency. Oh, yeah, and I have a VPN on. That's giving me an issue there, too, as well, which isn't always the best. I just put it on last night. I was doing something. I don't want to. Yep, up 5% already. That's how you gain 5% real fast. Let's take a look at our smaller time frame there. There, it get pumped up. If it breaks above this level, which it looks like it is, that candle closed above the previous candles. That could be a nice move to the upside. Still moving here. I'll probably have to close it while I'm in the cab. Unfortunately, Avalanche has the same issue with the fees as ETH. When a lot of people will be using the C chain, the fees will skyrocket. That's sad. I'm up 9% on that trade. Short's about to get rocked. Look at that, dude. I mean, the whole world we knew about this before everybody else. They're just waking up and seeing this now, and they're like, oh my God, First Republic Bank. And big business is getting on in. I called this long right here, as you can see. Here we go again. The lifer banging on him to the upside. It never seems to stop, right? How does this guy do it? He lost a trade yesterday. Of course he did. I can't win every single day. Let's be honest here. Look at that. That's how you make a quick $28, 28% off $340. The only issue is I'm able to hit 3 to 10% very consistently trading. But you know what? I'm just not ready yet to put in the bigger money, right? That would have been $250 if I put $3 grand in there. But again, right? Need I digress? That's a nice gain right there. I like that. 7%. And I could just kind of raise that stop loss. Bitcoin booming. Massive short squeeze. There it is, baby. 246,000 on the shorts. Nailing them to the upside. Usually I want to sell into that short squeeze, but it could be one of those parabolic ones. We got an order here at 29,500. A big place you could see. Always use a stop loss on your trade too as well. Look, 29,700 is my take profit. 28,883. And now we're up 11%, 40%, 12%, boom, and 13%. 50%. Oh my God, a massive short squeeze. Look at this, $60. The money is flowing in, 18, 20%. Oh my goodness. That is insane. You know what I mean? That is insane. But I called it. Who called it for you, baby? Who called it for you? The day, oh my gosh, who gave you the trade? Who showed you exactly what I was doing? I do this every single day on the channel, and we're still going here. We have room. We got legs. Now I go to smaller time frames to see how healthy the move is. 30-second chart may kind of, may philander here. And you know what? I'm going to flash close that and take my money or raise the stop loss above the take profit level. Wow, that thing is booming, though. Booming. But you know what? 17%, beautiful gain on the move. You got to love that. You got to love that. That's amazing. That's amazing. Let me grab my phone, which I'm not sure where it is. It should be close to me. We did it again, babe. We did it again, babe. Your husband did it again, babe. I don't know how he does it so much, but he did it again over here. And that's a beautiful place to take some profit. I'm out. You know what I mean? I like to pay myself as soon as humanly possible. That was a nice, and the thing is, when I start putting big money in, I got to basically get used to taking that profit, even though there's probably more coming. But now the 30-second chart will probably cool off and flag out here. And when that flag fills on out, we can continue to the upside. I know I'm on the 30-second, but it gives you a little bit of an edge here because not many people pay for the 30-second chart. So if you have something that a lot of people don't have, you're going to be able to trade circles around them because they can't see this. Then we can see it. All right, everybody, I just sold the top right there of the local area, all right? And that's how you do it. Just closed the trade up 50%. Shout out to any lifer that just made it. Shout out to all the lifers that just made a boatload. Move to Tampa, I'll be your assistant. Hey, you never know. I'm moving to Sarasota. It's not far enough. Maybe you have to make the drive. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And this actually thing could continue to pump. I mean, this is a massive short squeeze. This is a big deal. All right, let's get back into the last piece of news. ZK Sync, base DEX Merlin drained of $1 million during public token sale. Oh, no. New ZK Sync based decentralized exchange Merlin was seemingly exploited for over $1.1 million this morning during a public sale of its MAG token. Exploiters drained $850,000 worth of USDC coin from Merlin on Wednesday morning. Dude, how can you come out and then already have it? You know, attack occurred despite Merlin having an audit conducted by CERDIC with no critical findings. Dude, inside jobs, people hide little things inside. We got to stop this nonsense. This is just putting a bad name to crypto as we continue to put a good name on the moves. This is insanity. Insanity. But that's how, you got, I lost a trade yesterday, but you got to step back up and continue. Look, it would have been up even more, but it's okay. It's okay. Eventually, we're going to have to touch this 21-day moving average. Hey, Sam, how did you learn how to trade like this? Live on the camera, you were able to do it on the 7-minute. Everybody in Cohog's watching you, and they think it's unbelievable. Hey, me and Chris watch you every single day. Hey, Lois, I think I'm going to grow a beard. Wow, look at that. Oh, my gosh. And I always sell a little early. That's my one thing. I sell early. But, hey, it's okay. It's okay. We keep raising it. Eventually, this is going to have to chill out and hit this 21-day moving average. I'm telling you right now. Only a matter of time. We get back into the trade probably lower than we started. Don't FOMO in. Don't FOMO in. But what a massive move here, right? Unbelievable. And we called this the 7-minute. How do we know? Because I just know what time frames rock out, baby. And there you have it again. Crypto Lifer Show. Everybody, I wish I could keep doing this all day, but I got to run. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for coming on in. I love your impressions. 65% OMG, baby. There you go, man. Small R is real close to its 1.96. Hasn't this bit divvy yet last year. Pretty cool. Alt's moving too. Dude, we're getting a blast off in this market. Render pumping. I put out render yesterday. Did I not? Let's talk about it. And boom, boom, boom to the upside here. Wow, render continuing to pump too. Interesting. CREDI getting back in the game in the falling wedge. Cocos BQS up only, finally gaining, huge move for the altcoins, baby. Huge move for the altcoins. And look, let's see the portfolio again. It was up 27, right? Ooh, now at 29, even another couple of grand as I get my way to the airport. Up 3,000 on the day and I haven't even started, baby. Wow, look at the massive short squeeze now for Bitcoin as First Republic Bank is just, they're not going to get bailed out. And if they do, it's just going to lead to more issues. You can't print money to bail things out. Like, it's all connected to the legacy system. We're in trouble. Lurking longs and win. Take profits, stay above the water. Exactly. Bookie piling in. Have a nice day, Sammy Legend. God bless you all for being here. Thank you for seeing this amazing show. And we did it again, man. We did it again. And I'm consistent with that 3 to 10, 20%. I mean, we went up huge on that call. Shout out to anybody who jumped on in with me. And you could have made enough for the day, really. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Watch AGLD inside this beautiful, beautiful idea here. It looks like it's just going to consolidate and eventually get a bit of a pump to the upside. I'll be out of the trading group, everyone, for about 5 hours. But I think once I get Wi-Fi on the plane, I'll probably be able to post some charts because I always keep my iPad with me. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. May you stay blessed. Maybe have a wonderful night, wonderful day, no matter where you are in the world. And I'll be back later on. I'll probably do a live stream from the event when I'm in, because I'm going to be going to Consensus in Austin, Texas. So have a blessed day. Stay awesome. No eat, no pay, baby. No eat, no pay. Ooh, I got two music charts going. Where's my other music chart? Let's get that out of here. I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you for being here. May God bless you all. Thank you so much for everything. You're all blessed, beautiful people. I'm so excited to be here with you every single day. The short squeeze continues. 400 now. Oh my God, I want to leave, but I just can't. When you make a call like this and you're live, I mean, how do you run away? I knew to open that long, baby. Something told me. A little birdie said, hey, Sammy, that's going to pump to the upside. But I got to run, everybody. I'm probably going to miss my flight if I keep it up. Ooh, look at that, baby. Look at that. Who made the call for you, baby? Who made the call for you over here? 7-minute continuing to pump. It's not done yet. Probably going to 29,500, which was my target initially. Hey, I'd rather sell early and get paid than be greedy and go all the way, baby. You're the man, Sammy. MB Crypto up 75%. Join the trading group if you just made massive gains with me. Join the trading group. Team, clip this out. Get this on Twitter. Get this everywhere. Show people that we made a live trade every single time, man. Get this stuff out as soon as you can to the team, to the people. Put it on Twitter. Put it everywhere. Look at this thing continue to go to my target. Ripping now. Absolutely ripping. Unbelievable. You can't make this stuff up. Bitcoin's pumping out of control. All right, I'm out of here, everyone, and thank you so much for being here. I'm going to miss my flight. God bless you. Crypto is life. Let's go, lifers! Yes. Winning, baby, winning.